Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to handle rejection as a new life coach. So my name is Krista Kathleen. I'm a life coach and business mentor, and this YouTube channel is the place to be if you are a new life coach and you're looking to build a thriving, successful online coaching business so that way you can find paying clients, make lots of money, and create an income while making an impact. So I'm so excited that you're here today and you're watching. Let me know in the comments section below, what part of the world are you watching from right now? I want to know what city and what country are you in? I am currently visiting my family in Clearwater Beach, Florida, so it is absolutely beautiful here and warm. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right into our topic. So, when you are starting a new life coaching business, you are going to get rejected a lot. It's just a fact, okay? So, I love that we're having this conversation right now so we can help you to have a healthy relationship with rejection moving forward. Because if it is constantly an issue, it's going to get in the way of your success and truly helping to coach others and build a successful online business. The first point that I want to make very, very clear is that rejection is good. Rejection is an amazing thing when it happens. We need to be celebrating rejection more. Why, you might ask? Because rejection means that you are truly putting yourself out into the world. You're getting off of your couch or out of your bed and you are interacting with people. You're inviting them to work with you. You're getting on sales calls. So you should aim for getting rejected a certain amount of times each week. I always celebrate my clients when they experience rejection, and I help them to have that mindset shift that getting rejected is actually really good and necessary in order to be a successful life coach. So we're all going to change that mindset shift today that rejection is good and you're not alone when it happens to you. I know in the beginning when I was a new coach and I would get off a sales call and someone said they weren't ready to work with me or they just, they didn't want to, then I was like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? I did, I'm so bad at this and it must be me. It must be something that I did. And so this is going into point number 2 now, is that it's not personal. It's not about you. I'm sure you already know this, but sometimes we have to hear this over and over again, is it's not about you. This is where you need to separate yourself from your business. They are not saying no to you as a person. When someone gets on a call with you, they're already 50% bought in. They already have some level of trust, or else they wouldn't have gone on the call with you. But when you are offering them a private coaching package or a group coaching package or retreat or workshop, whatever it is that you're offering, they're looking at this from a business perspective. And they're saying, am I going to get a return on investment? Do I trust myself to show up? Do I trust myself to get results? Is this really the right program that I'm looking for at this time? They're not looking at you and being like, oh my gosh, she sounds weird, or the way she did her hair today is really strange, or her outfit is, I don't know, or I just don't like the way she talked, or, just all of those like little petty things that can get in our head. And we like start to second guess and doubt ourselves if we said the wrong thing or wore the wrong thing or all that. 99% of the time, the person in front of us, they are not thinking those things. They are just trying to consider if your offer is a best fit for the results that they need to create at that time in their life. And also remember that getting a no right now doesn't always mean a no later on. I can't tell you guys how many times I've had people say no getting off a sales call with me. And then later on, 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, they came back and said, okay, Krista, I wasn't ready when I first talked to you, but now I'm ready. Now I did some growing, I did some healing, I worked with another coach, and now I'm ready. So I really learned to trust my potential clients when they say that, if something doesn't feel aligned right now, or now is not the time, then we continue that relationship, and I, continue to encourage them to watch my YouTube channel and to download my freebies and participate in Facebook group. And then when they're ready, they'll know it and it'll feel good. It'll feel like that. Hell yes, I'm ready. Let's do this, because I don't want to pressure anyone into saying yes to working when they're truly not ready. And sometimes too, people, they want to get on a call and they want to see what their options are. So that way they can put it on their vision board, or they can plan out, or they can manifest the money. So again, just because it's a no right now doesn't mean that it's always going to be a no forever. So it's really important to understand that running a business is it's basically like being a farmer. Is you're going to plant and sow those seeds, and know that those seeds will turn into beautiful plants and trees over time when they're ready to blossom. All right, next let's talk about being triggered. So if you're not triggered, then if you get on a sales call with someone says, no, this isn't a good fit for me, you shouldn't feel anything. You should be like, okay, no big deal. Thanks for, getting on the call, and I wish you the best of luck. Bye, sayonara. If it's a trigger, then it brings up all these emotional reactions with you. And I want to teach you how to deal with that trigger, because if you don't deal with it, it's going to continue to show up and bother you and get in the way moving forward. So I've been doing a lot of inner child work and mother wound work lately, and Bethany Webster is the queen of mother wound work. So Bethany Webster breaks down some steps on how to really go through and heal your trigger around the mother wound. And so I kind of found my own blend of what she recommended, and then some additional steps that I think will really be helpful for you all to deal with these inner child mother wound triggers that are coming up for you as you're experiencing rejection in your business. So the first step is to acknowledge how you're feeling. So, just pausing for a moment, being mindful and saying wow, that really hurt. I'm feeling really rejected. I'm feeling really sad right now. So it's really, really powerful to just, put a name to whatever you're feeling and experiencing in the moment. And you can even, write it down in your journal if you like to journal as well. Second is go ahead and identify, where did this situation happen in the past where you experienced these same set of feelings as a child? So this is where we're going to do that inner child work. So where in your past as a child did you experience these same sort of emotions that you're feeling right now in this situation? Third is you're going to differentiate the past. You're going to talk to your inner child. Imagine this version of you as a child in front of you, and you're going to tell her, hey, listen, I know that there was that time when everyone was picking teams for kickball and you got picked last and nobody wanted you because you weren't very athletic. And this is a completely different situation. You are now an empowered businesswoman growing a coaching business. You are not that little girl who got picked last for the kickball team. Fourth, you're going to focus on what you want moving forward. Remember, we don't want to stay stuck in the past. Coaching is all about moving forward, focusing on new goals. So think about, what is the feeling that you want to create moving forward? Maybe you say, okay, the next sales call that I get on, no matter what the outcome is, I want to walk away feeling so proud and excited that I got on that sales call and I showed up for that potential client, no matter what they end up deciding to do. And then fifth is go ahead and take an action, set a goal. So maybe you are working with a coach right now and you say, okay, you know what? I want to get better. I want to get better at sales calls. I still feel like there's kind of, some gaps here. So I am going to reach out to my coach. I'm going to ask for support, and I'm going to see if they can listen to my sales call and see maybe where there's some areas that I can improve and get some feedback. So taking that action is really, really important to help you to move forward with your goals and to step outside your comfort zone and continuing to grow. And then don't forget to acknowledge and reward yourself. The fact that you are identifying how you're feeling is so huge. We like to say that the first step to healing is feeling, and you can't move forward with healing if you don't know how to feel. So the fact that you're identifying what you're experiencing and then seeing where it's happening in the past, and then going ahead and giving yourself permission to create what you want moving forward is such a beautiful way to coach yourself and to self-soothe yourself and your inner child, and to do that important mother work to really start to heal and close up these gaping wounds that exist at this time. And again, just remember, if you are getting triggered, you're not alone. This happens. It happened to me. It still happens to me occasionally. It happens to all my clients. It's just a part of the process. I like to say that starting a life coaching business is the best personal development course you will ever take. It is going to bring up so much of your stuff, your fears, your confidence issues, your money stuff, and it's going to force you to face these fears head on, which is the best way to get over your fears, is to expose yourself to them. And even though I know it's not fun, it's definitely not fun to have to go through this, but if you really want to be, this enlightened, powerful version of yourself, then you have to do this messy work. And then this is what every successful entrepreneur really has to do. It's just a lot of times people aren't talking about this stuff up front. Remember, on social media, we're only seeing the really glossy, successful moments, but we're not seeing this messy personal development work that most people are doing behind the scenes with their coach, with their therapist, or, with themselves. So again, remember, this is happening to you. You are not alone. All right, so let's go ahead and quickly recap here. Remembering that celebrating rejection. Rejection is good. It means that you got off of the couch and you actually put yourself out there and invited someone to work with you and made a new connection and built a relationship. Remember, rejection is not about you. Most of the time, the person that you're talking to is deciding if they can trust themselves enough to show up and get results. And it's your job as coach to help them, to support them, and help them to move through those objections without taking that no or that maybe personal. Running a business is like being a farmer. You're constantly planting those seeds, and a no right now doesn't mean a no later on. Don't forget, the fortune is in the follow-up. So follow up, follow up, follow up. Sometimes people need to hear and see things 7 different times in 7 different ways before it really sinks in. They're like, okay, now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to do this work. Now I'm ready to hire her as my coach. And then we talked about the 6 different ways to move through a trigger. If you're getting triggered through this situation, which is, inner child and mother wound work. And like I said, Bethany Webster is the best person to look into this for this type of work. She has a new book coming out in January called Healing the Mother Wound. So highly recommend to check her out. And I gave you this beautiful blended formula of some stuff she recommended and that I came up with myself of how to move through a trigger. So you would do that first by acknowledging how you're feeling. Second, identifying where did this situation happen in the past. Third, differentiating the past and knowing that what happened in the past is not what's happening today, even though it can feel very similar. Fourth, focusing on what you want moving forward. So getting you out of the past, moving forward, what we focus on expands. So what do you want moving forward? Fifth is taking that action and creating some goals for yourself. And then 6 is rewarding yourself, acknowledging yourself for doing this necessary and important work to grow as a human being, a life coach, and a successful business owner. All right, that's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, join my free Facebook group, Build Your Life Coaching Biz. So that way I can keep supporting you on this important journey as you become a life coach and an online business owner. All right, have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, everyone.